The following program is a Mathis Brothers color production. It's the Buck Owens Show with Buck Owens, the Buckaroos, and Kay Adams, playing and singing their great American music with our special guest, Tommy Collins, Dick Curless, and the Blue Ridge Quartet. Now here's the star of the show, Buck Owens.
Open up your heart and let my love come in. Open up your heart and let my life begin. The sun's gonna shine, there'll be blue skies again when you open up your heart and let my love come in. I know you've been hurt by an old love affair, but darling, don't blame me, I wasn't even there. Your long, lonely nights I will bring to an end when you open up your heart and let my love come in. Open up your heart and let my love come in. Open up your heart and let my life begin. The sun's gonna shine, there'll be blue skies again when you open up your heart and let my love come in. Someone before me has treated you like dirt. Someone before me has made your heart hurt. Your long, lonely nights I will bring to an end when you open up your heart and let my love come in. Open up your heart and let my love come in. Open up your heart and let my life begin. The sun's gonna shine, there'll be blue skies again when you open up your heart and let my love come in. When you open up your heart and let my love come in.
Well, hello, I'm Bud Mathis, and welcome to the Buck Owens Show. Tommy Collins, Dick Curless, the Baron of Country and Western Music, Kay Adams, and of course America's #1 Blue Ridge Quartet, and the #1 country and western singer in the United States today, Mr. Buck Owens and the Buckaroos, to do Trouble in Me.
Trouble and me, we're old buddies, you see. Stuck by him and he's a sticking by me. Goodbye, honey, be thankful you're free, and that you're not stuck with old Trouble and me. Trouble and me, we keep a bumming around, picking them up and laying them down. Officer, we're only passing through town, looking for something that we've never found. Trouble and me, we're old buddies, you see. I'm stuck by him and he's a sticking by me. Goodbye, honey, be thankful you're free, that you're not stuck with old Trouble and me. Once I thought Trouble had found someone else, Came close to finding a place for myself. About that time he came back with a bound. Trouble and me had to find a new town. Trouble and me were old buddies, you see. Stuck by him and he's a sticking with me. Well, goodbye, honey, be thankful you're free, that you're not stuck with old Trouble and me. Hello, bud.
Great job. You guys sounding great as
Well,
usual. And
say.
now pay me again.
Yeah,
You said every
listen,
compliment I give you, you'd pay me.
Talking about paying you, when you're going to do the work for what I've already been doing for you. Been paying you every week.
You know, I'll tell you, Buck, you've been buying so many ranches, you tell the folks to come by the ranch and everything, but I was talking to Don Rich, and he said you just bought another ranch over here about the size of England. Where'd that happen at?
Well, you know that, Don.
So if you come by the ranch, be sure you get the right ranch, folks.
Listen, well, you go see if you can do something. Fix some fence or something.
I'll do it. I'll get it right.
Okay. But for goodness sakes, listen, speaking of people that we have on the show, we have a young lady that's with us today that we're very proud to have. She's a tremendous performer and a lovely young pretty thing, and we know you're going to like her. Here is Miss Kay Adams to sing one called A Little Pink Mac.
Everybody calls me the girl in the little pink Mac. The bumpers are chrome and so are the wheels and the stack. It's got polka dot curtains hanging in a sleeper of paint. Oh, this Mac's the dandy, some kind of truck they think. In my truck driving boots I stand about 5'3". But don't let the size fool you, man, I can take care of me. When you see a flash of pink go flying by, the next thing you know there's a tail light in your eye. Everybody wonders who drives such a rig like that. All the truckers are asking who's the gal in the little pink Mac. So don't mess around if you're looking for a race. To be wiped out by a girl would be a disgrace. 'Cause I cut my baby teeth on a set of Spicer gears. I'm a gear swapping mama and I don't know the meaning of fear. Everybody wonders who drives such a rig like that. All the truckers are asking who's the gal in the little pink Mac. You got 'em wondering, Kay. All the truckers are asking who's the gal in the little pink Mac. Would you believe? All the truckers are asking who's the gal in the little pink Mac.
Say, boy, I'll tell you, Kay, that's just beautiful. We really did enjoy that. Always glad to have Kay stop by the ranch. She's almost a regular here. In fact, out on the road and a lot of her road shows, Kay's on the biggest part of them, and we're always very proud to have her. Speaking of people that we're proud to have,
Hi.
well, I must say that's different. Well, to tell the truth, we are very proud to have Don. You want to tell them what you've been doing, or you just want to pass that?
Well, I'd just as soon pass that if it's all right.
Listen, I want to tell you that I have I was noticing, well, we'll save this to a little bit later, but there's something I want to point out to you. I want you to pay particular attention to the show. We got some news. Something might be some news to you. The foreman and I are going to put it on in a little bit.
Okay,
and
I'll keep watching.
We want you to watch and get your 298 ready, okay?
Okay, uh-oh.
Hey, speaking of that, Don, here's one of the fine songs that you cut. Let's you do it. Why don't we do I'll Go Out of My Mind
Okay.
completely.
Good.
Ready?
I wait for you to call me, but you don't. I keep hoping you'll come by, but you won't. You've just got
Say, in case you just tuned in, you're looking at the Buck Owens Show, and I'm Buck Owens, and we're glad to have you. And speaking of other things that we're glad about, we're very glad to have this young man right here. Tommy, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Buck.
And, of course, this is not the first time that you've been here with us.
No, sir.
You've been here several times with us.
Right. Enjoy it every time.
Great, and we're always very proud to have you. We enjoy having you come along with your fine tunes.
Thank you.
Tommy, we know that you come from the Oklahoma City area, and I didn't know if you knew or not, but the show is shown in that area.
Yeah, I just heard that.
You just knew about that.
Mom and Dad can watch me.
Your mom and dad gets to see it. Let's do this next song for your mom and dad.
You bet.
Can we? All right. Here's Tommy Collins to do A Man Gotta Do What a Man Gotta Do.
Adam and Eve were alone in the garden, no other human being there, just them two. Adam was a man and Eve was a woman, and the man gotta do what a man gotta do. Eve was a primping and a prissing and a purring, and Adam said, honey, you sweet thing, you. There's a lot of things that I ought to be a-doing, but a man gotta do what a man gotta do. Told her he ought to plow, ought to hold the garden now, ought to cut the barley in the south. Something made him hesitate, let the darn work wait. A man gotta do what a man gotta do. Adam took the pattern in the Garden of Eden. Now many years later it still holds true. Boy meets girl and they're gonna get together, 'cause a man gotta do what a man gotta do. Rich man, old man, young man, poor man, say what you will, but it still holds true. There might be things that they ought to be doing, but a man gotta do what a man gotta do. It's always been and it always will be, and I wouldn't change it if I could for you. A man is a man and he just can't help it, and a man gotta do what a man gotta do. Yeah, a man gotta do what a man gotta do.
Thank you. That's Tommy Collins on the Buck Owens Show. Folks, I'll tell you what I'd like for all of you to pay close attention. I've got something real important to tell you. It's the picture book and song book here of the Buck Owens, Learning How to Pick the Guitar. Right, Buck?
Right, you are.
Say something.
Well,
Go ahead.
I was going to say that this is a 32-page book.
32 pages.
And it has songs in it, places to put your fingers, and let's hold it up and so they can get a shot of it. Also, it's got a brand new picture there of the group and I right on there. You are. See?
Right. Now let me tell them a little bit more about it.
Oh well, I was going to tell
There's
Don
al-
Rich to pay particular attention. You might
Yeah.
learn something from this book.
There's also a 45 record that goes with this that Buck Owens does the talking on, explains how to pick the guitar, and the book and the pictures and everything is right here. And if you'd like to obtain one of these, send $2.98 to Post Office Box 88, Edison, California, and we'll see that you get one. I'll guarantee you it's worth the money. And
Yes, Tank. Don't you ever forget that either.
we got a cameraman having a little problem getting a shot. That's Post Office Box 88, Edison, California, and it includes the picture book, the 32-page picture book, and the 45 record with Buck telling you all about it. And if you miss a little bit of it, you can back it up and start it all over, and he'll tell you all about it again. And here is a sample of how you'll learn to play the guitar, because this is Mr. Buck Owens, America's #1 country and western artist, picking the guitar. What are you going to play, Buck? You didn't tell me.
Well, this little polka I wrote, and I call it Buck's polka,
Buck's
and I
polka?
hope it comes out right.
Oh, I do it.
It goes like this.
fantastic. That's the one and only Mr. Buck Owens and the Buckaroos, and I'll tell you, that's why that he's
Excuse me.
Sure thing, Buck. I was going to tell the folks that's why that Buck Owens is the America's #1 country artist. He's such a nice guy, and on top of all that, he pays me for saying it.
Good old boy from back home.
Yes.
Thank you so much. We're awful glad you could come back. Come by again next month.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to jump on that pink horse and go over to the other ranch and let you call this next guy out. I think he's a baron or something, isn't he?
Yeah, something like that. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a great guy. And when I say great, I mean not only in talent, but he's great big, too. He's a good old big guy or a big old good guy, however you want to put it. We're awful proud to have him here on the show. Come on out here, Dick, and let's say hello. This is Mr. Dick Curlis. And Dick,
Howdy again.
awful glad to have you on the show.
Pleasure.
You've been by several times, too.
Yes, sure have.
We always, and speaking of coming by, could we take just a second before you sing your very fine hit song? Could we take just a second and invite all the people to come by the ranch anytime that you're anywhere near. We'd love to see you. Love to have you come by, say hello. We might even put you on a horse. The foreman, yes, have breakfast with us, have lunch. Do anytime that you're anywhere close, please feel free to come by. We'd love to have you. Isn't that right, Bud? Right. The foreman would be glad to show you around in case I'm not there. Of course, if I'm there, I want to be the one that shows you around. You understand that? I showed you around, didn't I?
Breakfast on a horse, that's different.
Breakfast on a horse. No, not hardly. Ladies and gentlemen, a great talent and a great song, and here he is to do it for you. Here is Dick Curlis to do one called The Baron. Dick, go.
High in the sky, a war-torn France in the year of 17. There flew a brave young baron in a crimson flying machine. His cunning flight and flashing guns brought many to the ground, with the will of all the cock-age boys to shoot the baron down. He flew a Fokker triplane, the terror of the skies, and hiding in the morning sun, he took 'em by surprise. The Spads and the Camels tried to bring him down in flames, but many met their death in trying to play the baron's game. The hunter and the hunted was the game he liked to play. He knew someday he'd meet his match, he knew someday he'd pay. Vickers' sights on the Maltese cross someday would have to fall. The hunter becomes the hunted, and destiny to call. One April morn, o'er Cappy town, the baron seeked his prey. He hunted down a camel, was flown by Willie May. Then diving down from nowhere, there came young Roy Brown. He fired a burst so straight and true and brought the baron down. And now the baron's fallen, no more he roams the sky. But like his wish, he met his fate, the hunter not to die. So written in the annals of men born to fly, the baron died a hero's death in the battle of the sky. High in the sky, a war-torn France in the year of 17. There flew a brave young baron in a crimson flying machine. His cunning flight and flashing guns brought many to the ground, with the will of all the cock-age boys to shoot the baron down.
Folks, if you just tuned in the Buck Owens Show, you know that regulars here on the show that sings the hymn and some of the other fine songs and joins in with us any way that they can help are the Blue Ridge Quartet here from Spartan, South Carolina.
Spartanburg, South Carolina.
Spartanburg, South Carolina. Well, I almost got it right anyway. I want to introduce you, if I may, to the leader of the gang, Elmo Fagg, and he's going to introduce the rest of them. We're real proud to have you. Y'all go right ahead.
Well, thank you very much, Buck. We're delighted to be on Buck's ranch again. You know, the foreman made us ride all the way in from town on a horse. We're a little sore. Let's get everybody introduced. I'd like for you to meet first our bass singer, Burl Streville. And next to him is our baritone, Bill Crow. And then Fred Daniel, our tenor. And then at the piano, the boy who works on every song and works hard is Kenny Gates. We have a spiritual that we're going to sing now that I hope you'll tap your toe to before we get through singing it. It's titled, Somebody Touched Me.
Glory, 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 somebody touch me. Glory, 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 somebody touch me. Glory, 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 somebody touch me. Must have been the hand of the Lord. Glory, 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 somebody touch me. Glory, 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 somebody touch me. Glory, 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 somebody touch me. Must have been the hand of the Lord.
While I was praying,
Somebody touch me.
while I was praying,
Somebody touch me.
while I was praying,
Somebody touch me. Must have been the hand of the Lord. While I was singing, somebody touched me. While I was singing, somebody touched me. While I was singing, somebody touched me. Must have been the hand of the Lord. Glory, 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 somebody touch me. Glory, 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 somebody touch me. Glory, 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 somebody touch me. Must have been the hand of the Lord.
While I was shouting,
Somebody touch me.
while I was shouting,
Somebody touch me.
while I was shouting,
Somebody touch me. Must have been the hand of the Lord. Glory, 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 somebody touch me. Glory, 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 somebody touch me. Glory, glory, somebody touch me. Must have been the hand of the Lord. Glory, 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 somebody touch me. Glory, 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 somebody touch me. Glory, glory, somebody touch me. Must have been the hand of the Lord. Must have been the hand of the Lord.
Thank you, man. That's the Blue Ridge Quartet. And most of all, we want to thank you folks for letting the Buck Owens Show come into your home and your living room. Thank Kay Adams and Tommy Collins, Dick Curlis, and the Blue Ridge Quartet, and of course, America's #1 country and western entertainer, Buck Owens. That's all the time we got now. Be sure and tune us in again next week for the Buck Owens Show from the Buck Owens Ranch.
Right, right.
This has been the Buck Owens Show with Buck Owens, the Buckaroos, and Kay Adams, featuring great American music. Join us next week at the same time for the Buck Owens Show.